Could you tell us where you're from?
Well, I am from the Inland Empire. I was born in Montana. Yeah, I'm an IE baby. And I grew up in Colton. We moved over there. I went to LA for a couple years, but then I came back to the IE. It felt more like home. You know, the music scene here started developing a lot more.
Yeah.
So I've been in the Inland Empire for most of my life.
So, how old are you? And by the way, happy birthday.
Oh yeah, I just turned 24, and yeah, I feel like I'm 16 still. It's kind of weird.
When did you start making music in general?
Well, I've been singing since I was a kid, but really making music I didn't really start until I was like 18. And I would play with my sister. My sister played guitar, and we just kind of would jam out. It was a fun thing. And then when I moved to LA, she would come visit every weekend to play music with me. And I was like, we should start a band. And we started playing a band there in LA. We played for like a year, but people in LA didn't really take us seriously when we were out there. We were so new, and so I moved back to the IE when I was like about to turn 22, and I decided to start playing music in the IE, and I found a band. That didn't work out, so I found another group of people, and it's the people that I play with now, and I've been playing music with them for the past year. It's about like, for sure, like 2 years all together playing music.
Is there any message that you try to get across to your listeners?
Well, what I really try to convey in the reason why I wanted to start doing music was because I couldn't really find music to dance to. I couldn't find music that I could like move to. It was really hard. Either the music was like too slow or too like violent, like
crazy,
aggressive.
Yeah.
I wanted something in the middle, and that's kind of how I came up with the name Miss Chief. Like Miss is a very like feminine word, like Miss, it's like a woman, and Chief, it has this like connotation of like a leader, like a masculine dominant trait. So I wanted to combine this like feminine, dancey, very pop vocal aspect with kind of more like strong and emotional, passionate music instrumentation with it. So that's kind of why I wanted to do music. And also just because coming from the Inland Empire, people don't really know about us.
Yeah.
It's weird. We're right by LA.
Yeah.
And they don't know about us. We're like this silent giant.
Yeah, it's like the little industrial city.
Indeed. And so I just kind of wanted to show like no matter where you're from, you can do whatever.
So what's your dream in life?
My dream is to entertain people. Like I want to be doing what Judy Garland and Barbra Streisand are doing.
Yeah.
I want to entertain until like I die. Basically, I want to be on stage and make people move and smile, laugh, cry.
Is there any reason for that?
I just think it's the only thing I've been good at. Like I've never been able to really figure out anything that I've been good at as well as entertaining people. Like being on a stage, making people laugh, making people really feel something.
So what do you think of people who are critical or negative of your music or music in general?
Well, it's funny. It's kind of started happening lately. We would get a little bit of hate. People would think that we put more effort into how we look. But I just kind of think, you know, my motto for this year is I'm gonna do me.
Yeah.
Just like it. I just like to spend time focusing on what I'm doing, and I try to not discredit anybody, and I just kind of don't pay too much attention to whatever other people say. You know, to spend time to like be negative towards another person. That's kind of like sad.
Yeah. So what genre do you consider yourself?
I like to call the music garage pop. So it has aspects of like garage rock, you know, rock, independent, experimental, psychedelic, but in a very pop way. So like I like disco and jazz and pop music. So I think the vocals sound like that, but it still has this weird vintage like raw aspect, like garage rock. So
I like that.
Garage pop.
So what do you think of this generation, and if you could live in any generation, which would it be?
You can tell by the logo. I like the 1920s a lot. I think the 1920s was awesome because it was a really liberating time for women. Like, you know, women cut off their long hair, cut their shorts dress, were dancing or smoking or drinking, and that was something that like before that time it wasn't really accepted. So I would say I think I was meant for the 1920s. But as far as today, I like the way things are done today. Thank God for the internet, because like before, music was so strategically planned. Like whoever was successful, it was based off of the companies and the producers and the labels that wanted them to be successful. Today, because the internet, it's the power of the people. Like whatever the people want, like they're going to be successful because of that. You know, Lord is a really great example.
Yeah.
And so I'm cool with the generation today, but I can't help but feel like I'm so.
Yeah. What type of movies do you like, and have any ever inspired you?
I love black and white movies. Movies from the 20s. My favorite movie is Meet John Doe. It's like with my favorite actress Barbara Stanwyck, about like this like man that became, it's like fictional character she wrote about that became like this worldwide sensation, and then she found a guy to pretend to be that character, and he felt so much pressure by like everyone else's expectations that he wanted to do what the story said, which was to kill himself. And so he wanted to do it, but she fell in love with him, and she's like, I just like black and white classic films. I think there's such a beauty to it. It's so simple, and I think that I think the stories in the past had a lot more depth to it, especially compared to now when you have some stupid ass movies. So I really like old school movies.
So what is your favorite venue that you've played at so far?
That's a really good question. I like two venues a lot. I think the Flyway might be my new favorite venue, but I really like the Mission Tobacco Lounge in Riverside. They treat their bands and the artists really well, and it's such a nice setup.
Since it's your birthday, we're gonna